Okay guys, it's Sunday the 16th of September, so we're going to do our weekly review in terms of day trading for the trading week ahead. We're going to cover the FTSE 100, the Forex Pair EURUSD and the US Index, the NASDAQ. So just before we get started, as always with this video, it is mainly aimed at my Zone Trader students. However, if you are day trading and if you are looking at these markets, hopefully it can help you out. If you are completely new to trading and you don't really understand the things we're going over in this video, you can have a look at our free introduction to trading course, which is linked in the description section of this video. It is free, and if you are looking to start learning a little bit more of the technical aspects of price action trading, the Decisive package is also linked in the description section. It is also free for the initial seminars, and it will start teaching you about the things like, support and resistance, price action structure, that you really need to start learning if you are going to be price action trading. Okay, so we're starting on the FTSE 100. Now, last week on the FTSE 100, we went over how we'd had the very strong move down, which is what we had been looking for. And then for last week, I was more neutral. More neutral on the market. What did we do? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We went sideways, doji candle, doji candle, doji, doji. And on the Friday, we got a little bit of a press higher once again. Now, pretty much what I've been going over with subscribers is for the entire week. We're still neutral on this market. We have some nice zones around us, but there's still the possibility for a bullish press higher. Now, coming into next week, it's very, very similar. So we've got 7276. I'm actually going to bring this up a little bit down to 7250. Remains a solid level of support on the FTSE. Now down below there we have, we're actually going to adjust this one ever so slightly also. We're going to take it up to 7226. And really we can probably make this into a couple of zones now. We're going to bring this one up to 7215. Both of these levels remain key support. Coming into next week, I'm still a little bit more neutral. There is still the possibility for a bullish press higher. What I would say is for next week, first time we start getting into solid resistance is going to be the 7350 zone. And if we're breaking up above there, it's also very nice as support to start looking for those bounces higher up into at least sort of 7400. At present, we are testing against the 7330 to 7300 zone. Again, this has been working as very nice resistance. And if we get up above, it's good to start looking for bullish presses higher, because I'd expect to see at least 7350. Up above there, next key support and resistance is 7420 to 7440. And if we're getting up into there, yeah, I'd be more than happy to start looking for weakness once again. But those are the main zones for next week. Not really a lot of changes on this market because it did go relatively neutral as we went over last week. It just started going sideways. So key support, key support. This one up here at 7330 to 7300 is key resistance, also very good for support if we start breaking up above. And then we got 7350 to 7380, which again is a very good level to start looking for resistance. Up above there, happy to start looking for the moves up to 7400. And then next key resistance is 7420 to 7440. If we get up above this one also, 7400 is sort of a sensible level to be watching for potential resistance. However, it does open up the move all the way back up into this zone up above. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to move on to the Forex Pair EURUSD. Okay guys, so for EURUSD, cleaned this chart up a little bit. It's still got our zones from last week that we were looking at on this market. And again, they've worked pretty nicely. So our key support level was 115.60 to 115.30 right here on the Monday. We're testing at that level. Very strong move back up. What we also went over was how if we started breaking down below this zone, it's worthwhile watching for potential resistance and much stronger moves back down toward 114.40. We held on it on the Monday all the way back up. Next key support and resistance level we had was 116.62 to 116.40. Tuesday, Wednesday, rejection at the level. See the little black line still sitting there. Let's get that out of the way. Then we had the strong move up. What did we go over? very key resistance is 117.50 to 117. Tested on the Friday and a huge move back down once again. So coming into next week on this market, again, our zones are still looking pretty good. This remains a very good level of support, and it's if we get down below this level that I'd expect to start seeing the stronger moves down on Euro USD. Now, we are having a very strong move down on the Friday. What I would say is this was a little bit more of a minor zone for me last week, 115.83 to 116, around about 116.20, but we've had a nice move up. We're starting to reject once again. It's worthwhile watching for potential support. And we've had a nice wave up here of 440 pips. We've then had a pullback. We've had a bounce higher. Potentially we're seeing the market pulling back again to attract more buyers for another move back up into these levels. Again, I'm going to say this one is a little bit less key coming into next week now. This one key support, this one key support, also key resistance. If we get up above this one though, it is still worthwhile looking for potential support and the moves back up into 117.06 to 117.50. Again, this is very, very key resistance. It's if we start to get up above this level, really I'd be expecting the moves back up toward previous highs. So similar zones, this one is the sort of main support level. As the market is holding up above this level, it's holding a little bit more bullish at present in the short term. If we start breaking down below this level, then potentially we're setting up into a nice double top up here. We'll come down, we break it, and then we'd expect the strong moves down. But at present, good support. This is very good support also. If we're getting up above this level, good for support. And this is the main sort of resistance level holding Euro USD down at present from a stronger bullish correction. So if we get up above there, that's when we're starting to look a little bit stronger to the bullish side. Okay, so now let's move on to our final market, which is the NASDAQ. Okay guys, for NASDAQ. So cleaned this up a little bit as well, this chart. There was a few more zones down here that we didn't use, so I've just taken them off. Now, coming into the start of the week, we were down at these levels. We had a very key support level at 7,400 to 7,380, which we tested on Tuesday. We got the move back up. And then what we were really looking at was this sloping support and resistance level. Very, very key on NASDAQ. If we just zoom out, you can see it being tested multiple times, especially on the support side. We had seen a potential breakdown on NASDAQ, and what we went over last week was that even if we're not breaking down from this level, and it's just a false breakdown, it's very likely we'll still see sellers stepping in as we come back up and test. So if we did see the test, it's worthwhile watching for. And what we can see is around about 7,520 to 7,490 was tested on the Tuesday coming into the Wednesday. We had very strong rejections, pretty much what I was going over with subscribers. We had another little bit of a sloping support level we were watching also. We had the rejection, then on the Thursday we had the huge break up. As we had the break up, we were looking at this spike down, so 7,590 to 7,570 as a good area for sellers to step in, looking for potentially a false break up back into this sloping support level. On the way back down, what were we looking at? The sloping support level at 7,520 to 7,487 for the support. Yeah, because it's been watched for a long time. It's very likely we're going to see sellers interested. It's very likely we're going to see buyers interested. So next week, what we're looking at on NASDAQ? Well, first of all, on the Friday, we tried to break down through this sloping support level again. We failed. So potentially now we are back inside this trend channel. Coming into next week, again, the sloping support and resistance level is very important. And I'd say again, this 7,520 to 7,490 zone is very key support. Actually a little bit less keen on it as resistance. But for support, yeah, really good. Down below there, we also have 7,475 to 7,455. Now that is also a very good level of support now. Down below there, 7,440, 7,420, again, really nice level of potential support. to look for those bullish bounces. And then down below there, we've got 7400, 7380, again, good support. And if we're getting down below, I'd say this one, it's worthwhile starting to look for moves down into the zone below. This one, I'd say the moves down into previous key levels of structure, sitting right here. Now for resistance, let's extend this first of all. For resistance, we have this 7570 to 75. We're actually going to bring this up to take into account the spike up, around about 7595. So basically 7600, the round number. Yeah, we were looking at it last week. It's been used twice now. It is a level of resistance to watch. And what I would say also is if we get up above this, it's giving us the sort of clue for those stronger moves up, back up towards sloping resistance at a minimum. 7620, 7633, potential resistance, and then we're up to the all-time highs, 7660 to around about 7680. And really that would be the first sort of main resistance level up above. So for NASDAQ, main things are down below. We've got lots of nice support levels to be watching. Get rid of this arrow. If we are starting to break down below this one or this one, it becomes worthwhile looking for the potential weakness. I'd also say if we're getting below the sloping support, if we did then see pullbacks, exact same thing again, we're looking for the reactions around about the level. This area, 7595, 7570, good resistance. If we get up above, starting to look for those stronger bullish moves up once again on this never-ending bullish surge that NASDAQ has been having. We'd then be watching potentially sloping resistance, but really we'd be back up at the all-time highs before we're starting to find any nice levels of key resistance. Okay guys, that is everything for this week. I hope you all have a good trading week next week. As always, I hope the video was helpful. I'm James Orr and thank you.